The World Health Organization tells us that health is a state of complete physical, emotional, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. When nothing else seems to help, imagine what it would be like if your doctor or surgeon said, "Let's treat this by addressing your emotions." Now let's meet such a doctor and surgeon and see what he's been doing when addressing chronic physical ailments.
I'm a urologist, and I've been incorporating mind-body healing techniques in my practice for 20 years now. I became considered a regional expert in chronic pain and chronic pelvic pain for Kaiser, where I work. The medical group that I work for has 12 or 13 med centers and 2 or 3 million members. It's a big group. What I didn't know is that the chief of my department went to this regional meeting, and they had all the chiefs from all the different medical centers, and he said, "You got to see this Robbins guy. Send him your worst patients, the ones that no one else has been able to help, the ones that have been to 2 to 15 different physicians and they can't help, the ones that are emailing you every day because they're not getting better, the ones that are going to kill themselves, they don't get better, send them to him." And that literally is what happened overnight. Once every week or two, I'll get somebody who says, if I can't help them, they're going to kill themselves. It's been all Faster EFT skills, and we've really been blessed to put it to the test with some really, really difficult cases. And I always say, if you can clear emotional issues at a deep enough level to get a physiologic shift and physical healing, then the other stuff is a piece of cake.
My name is Heather. I live in Northern Virginia, outside of DC. I've been sick for about 3 years, and it's been getting progressively worse. And about 3 weeks ago, I found myself in really kind of in my house, stuck in my house, because my back had gone completely out. And the pain I've been having back problems for about 20 years, 15-20 years. And at this point, the pain had gotten so bad that I couldn't really walk, so I had been kind of stuck in my house. The doctors have told me I'm going to be stuck with this problem for my entire life. There's really no hope. I've tried everything. I've tried yoga, I've tried Pilates, I've tried physical therapy, I've tried massage therapy, I've tried everything. I've tried really everything. I had come in with a lot of chronic pain, a laundry list of diseases, all kinds of different malfunctions going on in my body and in my life. And after 40 minutes, I could not find my pain that I had had for 20 years. I continued to get better and better and better, to the point I was on no medications and was fit and healthy and well and feeling great. I'm healthy emotionally, I'm healthy physically. I lift weights 5 days a week, I run 3 days a week.
I tried all kinds of diets, and I would lose some, but then I would gain it back. But I've noticed now that all the emotional drivers are gone. I don't have the feelings about food that I had. I don't watch other people eat pancakes or Oreos and think, oh, I can't have that, and they can. I have no desire for it. I've lost 50 pounds.
50 pounds?
50 pounds.
How long ago?
6 months.
I was addicted to Coca-Cola. I had to have probably had to have at least 16 cans of Coke a day. Yeah, I'd even get up at night, and drink Coke. So anyway, he showed me how to tap, and I couldn't believe it. The taste of the Coke turned into bitter, and then it turned into no taste at all. And I haven't wanted one since. I have lost, going on, 40 pounds.
For many, many years, I had a very bad failure. Years ago, I couldn't deal with it. I went to therapist for it. I didn't believe like this kind of stuff can work, blah, blah, blah. And then he did the tapping for me, on me. And yeah, you can find it on YouTube. And I had like big time success issues. And it went away and never came back. And I'm pretty good now. Everything's fine.
I had chronic back pain for a good 2 years. I don't know if I call it depression, but I would call it a lot of bad days. I just had a lot of body pain and no energy. And when you're living like this as a 17, 18-year-old kid, and every day you wake up and you say, oh, my back hurts, oh, my knees hurt, you know, and you take the physical therapy route, you take, I did a little bit of hypnosis, standard EFT, and it all helped to a varying degree, but nothing could solve my problem. What was wrong with me? I'm young, you know, I'm healthy. I played sports for years, but something was wrong, and I just kept asking myself, when does it end? It never ends. Something piles on and piles on and piles on. And to go from someone that's feeling so low that just you don't have a solution to your problems. And, you know, those 3 sessions got me on the fast track. My back pain, you know, finally cleared up. I had more energy. I was happy. For the first time in my life, I could go months without even having a bad day. And if a bad day happened, I know how to tap, and I just let it go. And I tap it away. And it was just total peace.
So what is Faster EFT? Faster EFT is a quick and effective method to release negative emotions. This is done by addressing the triggers to those emotions as well as the memories or traumas where all these emotions started, either recently or a long time ago.
All right, so this is what happens inside of our mind. Here it is, this is your brain, and here's a set of eyes in front of the brain, and of course, whatever you witness in front of you goes inside your brain. So here it is, you have an experience with your mother or your father, and your mind encodes it inside your mind. So here you are, you're 5 years old, and something happened to you, or 12, or 15. Whatever it is that happened to you, your brain just records it. It goes in, it records how you felt, what you smelled, what you heard, and everything, all the sounds and everything all at one. Boom! And all of a sudden, when you think about it, you start to feel it, because the brain will send this message to the body. They'll send it to your heart, your liver, your lungs, large intestine, small intestine, stomach. And all of a sudden, when you're thinking, it sends a message to the entire body to feel whatever it holds here.
Your body responds to stress via hormones produced by the adrenal glands. The glands and their release of hormones are controlled in part by the brain. A small area called the hypothalamus produces hormones, which stimulate another part called the pituitary gland. This gland releases other hormones into the circulation, which stimulate the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are located on top of the kidneys. They produce hormones that, among other things, create our physical reactions to stress. For example, your heart rate increases when the adrenals produce more adrenaline. You become less sensitive to pain when cortisol production goes up. Chronic stress can increase levels of cortisol for prolonged periods. This can have many negative effects, such as increased abdominal fat. Excess fat in this area is associated with more health problems than fat deposited in other areas.
Because see, what happens is, and you've heard it before, you've heard of Pavlov and the dogs. You know who Pavlov and the dogs is? Basically, Pavlov, what he'd do is have these dogs, and he would feed the dogs and ring the bell at the same time. Feed the dogs, ring the bell. Feed the dogs, ring the bell. Feed the dogs, ring the bell. And then he would ring the bell, and the dogs acted as if they were going to get something to eat. They started slobbering, but there were no food. Because see, you and I are emotionally conditioned to act and perform without ever thinking. when you hear a word, when somebody says or look at you a certain thing, or you're in a certain situation, oh, by the way, there's a spider underneath the chair, or a snake, or they say a word, and all of a sudden you feel something. Who is it doing it to you? You. But you don't know how to change you. Isn't that right?
And how does Faster EFT work? It actually works by aiming at what is affecting you negatively. It could be an emotion, an image, a sound, a thought, a memory, a trauma, or a combination of all of them that is disturbing you. As you focus on that, you or your practitioner will tap on the meridian points while repeating certain words to release and unlock these disturbing emotions.
All you really have to know to allow it to work is to do a couple of things, and that is, first of all, in order to change a problem, one, you got to notice you have a problem. You have a problem, and how do you know you have a problem? One, you feel something, isn't that right? You have a reaction, so you feel it. Something is occurring inside you. In order to create a change with this problem, first of all, you got to notice you have a problem. Secondly, you got to know how you know you have the problem. Internally, you represent it, you feel it, something is occurring. Now, with this problem, not only do you feel it, but you also may have images. You may also have sensations. And you may also have sounds, voices. All right? So you feel it, and it's a byproduct of whatever it is that you have within you. Okay? In order to change the problem, one, you notice you have it. Secondly, what we do is we tap. So what makes it real and feel real is the organs. And so basically, the meridian points, bladder, gallbladder, stomach, kidneys, when you grab the wrist, you have the lungs, large intestine, circulation, heart, small intestine.
It started when I was on a plane, so I had a really bad panic attack on the plane. And then after that, it got worse. I started getting more and more panic attacks. Every day I was living in fear. I was on edge. I was really scared. I just thought I was going insane. I had no idea what panic was, so I was shaking. I thought I was going insane in my mind. I thought I was losing everyone in the world. And as a consequence of that, I stopped living, really. I stopped having a life. I couldn't get on trains, I couldn't get on buses, I couldn't get in lifts, couldn't go to the cinema. Didn't want to leave the house. I did. I managed to go to work because it was only down the road, but if I had to get on the bus, I wouldn't have gone. I can go through tunnels, I can get on buses, I can go on trains, and I've been on a plane again, which is amazing because I thought I would never ever get on a plane again. I never had a panic attack again.
Tapping away a fear of spiders to the point where I let Robert's pet tarantula, Sheila, crawl on me, and I felt totally safe and okay. So it's been amazing.
My name is Lori Ellis. I'm 43. I'm from New York. My drug of choice is alcohol, and I've been using since I was about 18 years old. I couldn't go not only a day, but hours without drinking at home, and both at home and at work.
And if you were to take a drink, go pretend like you're drinking it, and you're tasting it, taste it. And what do you feel? Is it a burn? What is it that makes it good?
Yeah.
0 to 10, how strong?
And I would have to say a 10.
What's your reaction?
It makes me nervous.
Pretty strong. 0 to 10, how
10.
strong? All right, good. That's all. What's your first thought about it now when you think about alcohol?
It just seems disgusting.
And are you addicted?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Issues, memories, painful things that I just haven't dealt with.
And did you deal with them this last session?
Yeah.
And so 0 to 10, 10 I'm addicted, 0 not at all. How addicted are you?
I'm not addicted, 0.